Well, hello there, good people. Hi, I'm Jason with Greencatcher Agroforestry, and we are out here today in the Turkey Mountain Wilderness area nearby Tulsa, overlooking the Arkansas River, just behind you over there. And today we're going to have a look at the way Mother Nature puts a forest together. And on the way to doing some examination of some of the various flora that are in this area, hopefully to capture some wild blackberries and see if they're ready for picking, I happened across this right here, which is a staghorn sumac with its wonderful red berries, which have the amazing flavor of lemonade. Mix that with a little bit of sugar and water, and you've got a refreshing summer drink right there. Staghorn sumac. In Oklahoma, this is a Passiflora incarnata. The flower on this one is almost closed up. These are a very pretty flower whenever they're fresh. You notice the shape of these leaves here. Let me get this vine up and out of that. All right. That's the shape of the leaves. Like so. There's some, as of yet, unopened flowers. Of course, that one's done for the moment. But let's take a look. I found one with the fruit over here to the side.
The wild beavers is found passion.
And here it is. This is the fruit of the passion flower, otherwise called a maypop. Kids like to take these and throw them on the ground and step on them because they pop. Yeah, there you go. That's a passion flower, a maypop. This is a plant that grows in the vining layer of the forest, and of course it's found growing wild out here. So we know this plant will do really well if we get a young one of these, a sample of them, and take them back to the house. We can start growing a little bit of Passiflora.
Guys growing behind truck stops.
We have a little bit of Passiflora incarnata growing around the house. Before we leave here, I'll see if I can find one and take home with us. All right, so today is the 1st of August. 1st of August here in northeastern Oklahoma is a good time to go looking for blackberries. Oh, I just dropped one. And here we find these bushes that have quite a few ripe that we can pick. If you're adventurous enough, you don't mind encountering some brambles and the occasional snake or two. You can come up here into the hills and find these wild blackberries this time of year.
What you doing? You're not pooping in the woods, are you?
Sometimes.
Not in a berry patch, you're not.
My
There's
apologies.
a wasp or something flying around your head.
My apologies. Didn't mean to disturb you.
I think he knows what you are. He's like, oh.
We have disturbed another denizen of the woods. So, he's out here looking for the sweet nectar too.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever he finds a blackberry that's been broken open, he'll go after the nectar. That's what wasps like most of the time. Over here on the western slope of Turkey Mountain, found some shade under an oak tree beside a small pond with a little beaver dam over there at the far side. The water comes down the slope, past over there where that mimosa tree is blooming, and fills up this reservoir, and then because of the beaver dam that's put up there, stops it from flowing the rest of the way down the hill. I know that there's some more blackberry bushes down the slope that way, so we're going to go look for them. It's really hot and muggy down here in the valley, but that works to our advantage because there's enough moisture here all the time for us to keep plants around like these over here. Cattails. At the very top of a forest is the canopy layer. And here on Turkey Mountain, on the western side, most of that's oaks up there. Now occasionally you'll find some young hickory trees, but they're young hickory trees, and they haven't gotten to the really large size that a truly ancient hickory can get to. The trail opens up and we find yet another one of the ponds on the western slope that was been built by beavers, damming up the drainage in between these two hills. We've got the western slope of Turkey Mountain, and there's another hill off a little bit further to the west of us, and we're right here in that little valley. And there's another beaver pond. Now, I happen to know that these ponds are full of smallmouth bass, but I did not bring my fishing pole with me today, so we won't be doing any fishing. But it's a nice day to enjoy nature. Hey, look, all the way over there on the other side, there's another one of those pink blooming mimosa trees that's currently in bloom. That's one of the naturally occurring nitrogen fixing plants that grows in the understory layer of a naturally occurring forest. And there's a really big one there, understory tree. That's probably an oak above it. You can see those nice pink blossoms. The stump of this tree has been chewed off here. That's evidence of the beaver activity that built the dam that made that pond right there behind it. Here we have yet another naturally occurring nitrogen fixer, a native to North America, particularly native to northeastern Oklahoma. This is the state tree of Oklahoma, Cercis canadensis, or the eastern redbud. And this makes a perfectly fine understory or shrub layer tree. So we have canopy, understory, and a shrub layer, and this is suitable for either understory or shrub layer, although right now it's filling the space of herbaceous perennials. Alright, so this little pond here is not a beaver dam. This is just a low spot. On the other side, we're just on the eastern end, coming across. The eastern slope is just right over there, and we've just crossed the western slope back over here. This is not a beaver pond. This is just a naturally low depression, and all the water in there is water runoff. As far as I know, there are no fish in here, but because it's a water source, things come up here to get a drink all the time, including some big kitty cats. Here's my own hand for comparison. This one's not, of course, monstrous size, but notice no claws at the tips. That means it's walking with claws retracted and walking on just the pads of its feet, coming down here to get itself a drink. And it could be watching us right now. Hey, you wouldn't mind picking up that bottle over there, would you?
A weird thing to find in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Oh.
Why bring trash bags?
Well, finding a jumble of rocks is not weird to find out in the woods. Makes a nice place to stop and get a drink.
I mean, ski bottle on the other hand. Just kidding. This isn't a truck stop. Knock on wood. I have to do more water.
But somebody didn't pack their trash out with them.
No, you do it like that. You don't want to pick up trash. Like shopping. Been here a while.
You know who you are. Stop it.
Yeah, that one's
So sitting here on these rocks, are surrounded by tons and tons of baby oak trees down here on the ground. These have just gotten started from the acorns that have fallen from above. Most of these are probably never going to reach full size. They're going to stay tiny little seedlings on the forest floor for their entire lives. Of course, scattered in amongst these, we've got a little bit of poison ivy and some Virginia creeper, of course, as a ground cover layer, doing photosynthesis at the very bottom of the forest, all the way down here on the floor. Hey, look who we met along the trail.
Bobbing along. Wait, the hey, there's a frog. He stopped.
Okay, right there is a better example of the lovely, lovely flower of the Passiflora incarnata. Isn't that pretty? These slopes here are just covered with blackberry brambles, passion flowers, and these plants, mullein. Mullein has very, very soft leaves. They can be used as toilet paper in an emergency, and I've used them before. They work quite well. But also, this is a medicinal herb that can be used for the treatment of earaches and upper respiratory tract infections. It's not
I think he's posing.
Yeah, he's posing. Lizard posing for us there. And there he goes. Well, all right there, good people. That's all I've got for you today. If you found the video informative or entertaining, well, you know what to do. I will catch you next time.